Olympic medalist Monica Aksamik. Monica, you talked with us in a previous interview about your plans to pursue yet another Olympic Games for the 2020 Games in Tokyo. How, with this first year, it's a four-year quad, of course, seems like a long time. This first year, a lot of people use it as kind of an experimental year or an opportunity to maybe take a little time off. How are you using this time?
So initially I took time to finally heal my injury. A lot of people didn't know I had a bone bruise in my vertebrae, so they kind of told me to take a break before Olympics. I obviously did not, and then it took 2.5 months to heal. So I did that for a while. Like I said, giving back to schools, but fencing related,
and giving back through like going to give motivational talks about kind of your story and
just telling them my story and just trying to inspire other people to go after their dreams, not necessarily fencing, but anything. And then just kind of, I don't know, I think this season is like, it definitely is kind of an experimental season. I mean, first of all, we changed all the rules. So that was fun to go to practice and everybody was ahead of the game and I lost a lot of bouts. Like, this is not how I left. I left winning and this is not fun. But I don't know, I've been able to like look at my fencing these past 4 years or these past 17 years and just look at everything that I need to fix, and that's kind of, I don't know, even today, like I was fencing my bouts, I obviously came to win the competition, but like going into every individual bout after like securing points that I wanted to secure, I kind of went into the bouts of like, even like the last one, I was like, like if I lose, I lose, but it's the point of like, is my fencing for the next 4 years. It's not this medal. This medal means nothing for the next Olympics. So I just wanted to try different actions, try to adjust mistakes I've been making for the past 4 seasons, and kind of figure out if I understand these rules yet.
And, to that point, what I'm hearing is you're not really letting off the gas. You're using this quad, or this first year of the quad, not to rest, but to explore and kind of feel these new rules and just kind of experiment.
Yeah, because I think we also, like, every year we kind of mature. So I did, like, the person I am today is definitely nothing like the person I was 4 years ago. So I think it's also too, like, understanding, like, how far I've come in terms of, like, as a person versus fencing, and, like, how I can use that into my fencing and how I shouldn't be using it into my fencing. I mean, I definitely never like to win. Never like to lose.
Heaven forbid you should win.
But I'm approaching it a little bit differently. I'm trying to approach it of like building my fencing and improving my fencing, becoming a better fencer versus going in for every result. Like, it's kind of more of like figuring out the rules and what actions I can be using, what actions I shouldn't be using, and like
process versus product.
Yeah,
orientation.
like just like there's a lot of things that I really want to add to my fencing that didn't make it to Rio because I didn't have time.
And how is that showing specifically within the fencing room and the areas of your fencing you're focusing on? Is it tactical? Is it technical? Maybe it's just physical training. What areas specifically are you trying to address?
Honestly, probably everything.
Everything? Just revisiting it all?
Yeah, like even like in terms of mental, I think there's a lot of things. Again, it's like 4 years. I only started working my sports psych, I think year 2 into the cycle. So there's still a lot of things where like I'll address like how I practice or how I compete, and we still have a lot of things where we can adjust like my thinking patterns. So there's that. In terms of training, like I really wasn't able to train towards the end of the Olympics because of my injury, so I had to change that a lot. I've also haven't like really been able to commit as much time to training physically and fencing and stuff because I had to also work. So years 1, I didn't fence nearly as much as I fenced year 2 and vice 3 and year 4. So I'm just trying to be able to like, I don't know, I'm definitely not training as much as I was right before Rio, but more than I was beforehand to build my fencing. But I mean, everything I'm trying to fix, like, I don't know, I want to have perfect technique going into Tokyo, and I want to have, the right tactics, the best shape I've ever been in. So everything.
Everything.
Slowly.
All right. Great to hear. Congratulations. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.